Right, so at Alcatel-Lucent at IFA 2007.
Yes.
And here you're showing exclusively, you're talking about Dvb-SH, right?
Exactly.
Yeah?
We're showing mobile TV based on Dvb-SH, but also we are showing the Dvb-H technology.
All right, so also Dvb-H.
Yes.
Is it connected somehow?
Yes, we have a demo, a live demo in Hall
Yeah.
26. We can show you live Dvb-H and Dvb-SH with different terminals, so
Right.
that you can really see how it works, how the quality is, and how stable the TV program, the transmission of the signal is.
Can you show something over there? For example, on this wall, is there
Okay.
something about the quality or something there described?
This chart doesn't show the quality. Here we are showing and explaining the architecture of a Dvb-H network and of a Dvb-SH network. The big advantage of Dvb-SH compared to Dvb-H is that we use another frequency. Dvb-H works in UHF, and with Dvb-SH we move from UHF to the 3G UMTS spectrum. There is a slot of 30 megahertz available in whole Europe.
In all of Europe?
All of Europe,
Yeah.
And this is not used at the moment. This 30 megahertz is free in all Europe, and it's free to be used for data and multimedia applications.
All right.
If you look at the UHF is very full. In Germany there is a small slot of 8 megahertz currently to be licensed to one company in Germany. But if you look at other countries in Europe, for example, I know about UK, there is no space available in UHF.
Is that because they're using for analog TV?
For analog TV and other TV and broadcast applications.
But how about when they shut off analog TV? Everybody's going to shut off analog TV soon, no?
Then there is a high interest for other applications. But we have to talk about the current solution. And currently, UHF is difficult. There is not a lot of free space in UHF in Germany, and about other countries in Europe, UK. It is full at the moment, but they want to do mobile TV now. They don't want to wait until they switch off analog TV.
But are some people talking about that they can use internet access on the UHF or over there also? Like a data instead of just broadcast?
Yeah, that's also possible.
Yeah?
You can do the downstream of internet data. You can do via satellite or via a broadcast network.
Yeah.
And the back channel would work, for example, via the terrestrial ISDN, via UMTS, mobile technology. That's
all right,
possible,
that's possible to combine those two.
Right,
so, but what you're doing is TV broadcasting, Dvb-SH.
Exactly, we're doing TV broadcasting, and as I explained before, in these 30 megahertz, 30 megahertz allow us to do, depending on the modulation, 45 to 90 TV channels with a very good quality and 256 kilobit per second for the video signal, and another 32 or 64 kilobit for audio signal.
All right.
It works in that way that we use satellite to distribute the signal over the whole country.
Okay.
Whenever you are outdoor and you have a line of sight to the satellite, you can receive the signal with your mobile handset.
In the same quality, or?
In the same quality, and watch mobile TV. Whenever you are in cities, in buildings, then you cannot receive the satellite signal, and therefore we build up, in parallel, we build up a terrestrial network, which provides the indoor coverage in cities and buildings. Okay?
Is that the same network as a Dvb-H, or is it a different one?
No, it's a different one, and this is the big advantage. For Dvb-H, you would have to build up a new network in your country, a new UHF broadcast network, which is a lot of work and is a lot of money which you have to spend. But for Dvb-SH, the big advantage is we are talking about UMTS frequencies, and that allows us to reuse existing UMTS antennas.
You just reuse them?
There are existing UMTS networks in Europe, and so we just reuse these antennas. So these antennas are then used to send the UMTS signal and the mobile TV signal in parallel.
Whoa! So you don't need to take anything from 3G or HDPA. You don't reduce them.
No, not
They
at
stay
all.
the same.
No, there is no change in the UMTS. We are working in a slight frequency band. above UMTS. We are talking about 2170 up to 2200 megahertz.
Yeah.
This is the S-band above the UMTS spectrum.
So it costs nothing actually to upgrade those. Is it just firmware? Is it just the software you add, or do you need to go there?
What you have to do is you have to install a satellite dish and the receiver, because you want to receive the signal from the satellite. And then you need a little box, a combiner, which combines the UMTS signal with the Dvb-SH signal. And then this signal goes to the antenna and is transmitted by the antenna.
Okay, so you need to add a physical box at all the UMTS antennas.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah? But it's not so expensive as building the whole antenna.
No, this is the big advantage. Building a new antenna means you have to do a radio network planning. You have to run a software which calculates where you want to have the antennas. Then you have to go out and talk to the owner of buildings and ask them if they allow you to install your antenna on the top of their building. Then you start building up all the antennas, which is a lot of civil work. And this in total means you need a long time and a lot of money to build up a new broadcast network.
All right. Can we go over there and look at the, what's it called, complete ecosystem? What does that mean?
Alcatel's interest is to provide a full end-to-end solution for Dvb-H or Dvb-SH. As Alcatel does not develop all components and all equipment on their own, we need to enter cooperations with many other companies. So we are talking to satellite operators because we need the satellite for Dvb-SH. We talk to chipset manufacturers because we need the right chipsets, which then are used for handsets. So we talk to handset manufacturers and ask them to integrate these chipsets into their handsets and to produce handsets for Dvb-H and Dvb-SH.
Does that mean like a small Arcos? A small Arcos player will integrated have capacity to receive from satellites?
That's already the case today. They don't receive from satellite, but they receive DVB-T. Yes, they can receive DVB-T today. There is no big difference to receive Dvb-H or Dvb-SH in the future.
So actually the satellites, are they in low Earth orbit, or do they have to be close to Earth so you can see them?
As I know, I'm not the satellite expert, as I know they are on 36,000 kilometers. And so the satellite is currently under preparation. It will go up into the orbit by end of 2008.
By end of 2008?
Yeah. And then we are able to provide the satellite coverage for Dvb-SH. But in parallel, we can start building up the terrestrial network, Dvb-SH network, earlier, before we go into operation with the
So for example, the Arcos, one of these, can actually start working with Dvb-SH, but just using the UMTS antennas for now?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So the satellite just adds more coverage, better coverage somehow.
Coverage. The UMTS network provides the coverage in urban areas. Whenever you have cities, villages, buildings, and you have UMTS coverage available, then it is not too difficult to add this, as I told you before, the satellite antenna and the little box, and provide indoor coverage, good indoor coverage in these areas. But when you are really outdoor on a motorway, for example, outdoor, not in a village, without any UMTS coverage, then you need the satellite for the full coverage in your country.
All right, so as long as you can look up in the sky, there will be coverage.
There is this so-called light indoor coverage. That means the satellite signal can be received outdoor as long as you have a line of sight to the satellite. But you can also receive the signal behind the first wall, behind the first window, and up to 1 meter behind the wall in buildings.
So for now, is it just a satellite for Europe, or do you also plan to go all over the world, or?
Yeah, with our current planning foresees a satellite for Europe. It's SES Astra, the satellite operator. This is a satellite covering Europe, but we are already in a project with ICO, another satellite operator, and there we are building up Dvb-H pilot for the United States.
Dvb-SH, right?
Dvb-SH,
All right.
So we're not only focusing on Europe. Dvb-SH has advantages for Europe because here it's easy with one satellite to provide a good coverage over a large area, and we have existing 3G networks available in Europe, which makes it very cost efficient to build up Dvb-H installations. And for countries like, for example, the States, the satellite gives you the big advantage that in all areas outside the cities, you cannot build up terrestrial networks.
One satellite will be enough for the whole of America, or?
I'm not a satellite expert. I know that one satellite is enough for whole of Europe, but about America, I don't know.
That's impressive.
Possibly, yeah.
Just one satellite, the whole of Europe gets TV. That's nice.
Yeah.
And so are you competing with Dvb-H?
I don't see it as competition. The possibility is that you combine Dvb-H, covering the terrestrial, indoor coverage, and you could use the satellite on Dvb-SH for the outdoor coverage. So you can really operate them in parallel. Even the devices, which are now planned, will be able to support Dvb-H and Dvb-SH in parallel.
There's no problem for them to support both?
It's maybe a problem, but here we rely on the experts, on the terminal experts, because they have to integrate two different sets of antennas. They have to integrate an UHF antenna for Dvb-H, and they have to integrate another antenna, or maybe even two antennas for Dvb-SH.
How much is the bitrate of Dvb-H? Is it the same, 256, or?
That can be adjusted. I mean, it depends on the video quality you want to reach. But our experience is that with a bitrate higher than 200 kilobit per second, you get a very good video quality. If you are below 200 kilobit per second, then you see the video, the image is not so sharp than with higher.
But it's good for portable use.
Yes, it's especially designed for portable use. Yes.
But I mean, the Dvb-H, you know, do you know what their bitrate is? Is it different?
They can also use different bitrates. And in our calculation here, we were always using the same bitrate. Whenever we do a comparison between the two systems, we have to be fair. So we use the same bitrate for Dvb-H than we do for Dvb-SH. And the good value we are using is 256 kilobit per second.
All right. So Dvb-H costs much more in principle to build than Dvb-SH.
It's on one side the cost, but it's on the other side also the coverage.
The coverage is not as
gives
good.
you a countrywide coverage via satellite, which you cannot reach with the Dvb-H network.
Yeah. So why doesn't the European Union just say, let's get Dvb-SH directly instead of Dvb-H?
Ask them.
Ask them, okay. I mean, it's a political thing.
Maybe it's just because Dvb-H is already available since a couple of years, and many companies are already doing their planning for Dvb-H networks, and there are already first networks in operation, like in Italy, and it's difficult to stop or to slow down moving trains.
All right. All right, thanks.
But don't see it as competition. As I said before, Dvb-H is a very good standard and will work perfectly, and the same for Dvb-SH.
Is Alcatel-Lucent also working on Dvb-H?
Yes,
of course.
Yes. We have all technologies available. We can deliver Dvb-H, we can deliver Dvb-SH. We have people, we have the know-how, we have the competences to plan, integrate, and operate both kinds of networks.
All right, thanks. Thanks,
You're welcome.
So how much is the battery consumption for small devices like the Arcos, for example, compared to Dvb-T?
I cannot tell you in watts or milliwatts, but I can tell you in general that the mobile TV standards like Dvb-H and Dvb-SH, they are designed for mobile devices with small batteries. That means they use special technology to save energy on the handheld device. The target is to have a handset which works at about 3 hours and more in TV operation mode.
All right.
And this is the big difference compared to Dvb-T. Dvb-T is made for big devices without any energy problems. You have it connected to your power socket at home, and you don't have to worry about energy. This is different from mobile handheld devices. There you just have a small battery.
Does the signal from the satellite by any chance penetrate the car roof? Or do you need the antenna to be outside the car?
No. We have done tests, and in our opinion, it is possible to receive the signal also inside cars. But what we see is that many car device manufacturers, they plan to install fixed devices in the cars with an outside antenna, which even gives you a better reception than with an in-car antenna.
Ah, okay. So it might be a little bit better to have an outside antenna.
Yes, definitely.
But it should work fine inside the car, even when it's going fast.
If you just have your mobile handset inside the car, it should work as well, but it will work
and the back seat.
better on the back seat.
It should. It's okay. Yeah. And full speed. I mean, does it follow you and stuff?
Dvb-SH is designed to work up to 160 kilometers per hour.
All right.
which is,
Yeah.
I think,
All right.
great.
And the whole electronics and antenna is, of course, much smaller than DVB-T for portable device.
Because we are working on a higher frequency,
Yeah.
we need much smaller antennas.
Yeah.
On 2.2 gigahertz, you need an antenna with a size of 6.5 centimeters, and this allows us to even integrate two antennas. This is not
it's not a real one. Yeah.
DVB-SH device,
Yeah.
but in a standard mobile phone, you can integrate two antennas in parallel and use special technology like antenna diversity
Oh, yeah?
to receive the maximum signal.
That will be the point. You think they will do that? The terminal manufacturers, they will do the diversity thing?
We do. This is part of the
this is part of
DVB-SH
it.
standard.
Yeah.
And the devices we are showing in Hall 26, they already have two antennas, and they do antenna diversity, and they do time interleaving to make sure that when you are moving and you drive along a tree, for example, that you still receive a good signal.
Yeah. So the diversity will be in this form factor of a mobile phone, and you don't need to put the antennas outside the mobile phone, of course.
No.
No?
On 2.2 gigahertz, you have a lambda halve of 6.5 centimeters. So you have two small antennas, and they have to have a distance of 6.5 centimeters to make antenna diversity.
That is for DVB-SH or for DVB-T?
DVB-SH.
And DVB-T is, do you know how much? It's more.
Know about
It's just
DVB-T,
more. Yeah.
DVB-T.
And they have to be further apart and longer.
Yes.
Of course.
The lower the frequency is, the larger the antenna has to be.
All right. All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you.